Hi, and welcome back. Today I'd like to take a stab at this question: what does music sound like to a piano? Well, I'm sitting in front of my real life piano now, and it has some low notes, right, that correspond to these long strings, and some high notes that have these shorter strings on them. And in fact, these highest notes, when I play them, you hear they keep on ringing. And in fact, they'll ring sympathetically when I play another note. You can hear that high ringing, kind of gives the piano some of its character. You could think that those high strings are listening all the time for other notes to be played. And in our ear, we have something very similar called the cochlea. It has a thin membrane that resonates with high frequencies and thicker parts of the membrane that resonate with lower frequencies. And both of these things, the cochlea and the strings on a piano, can be simulated as springs. A spring has some resting position, and when we bend that spring away from that resting position, there's a force in the opposite direction, and that force is proportional to how far we've bent it away. That's the ideal spring law, and it can be given by this equation here. And with some math, we can figure out what a resonant frequency is. That's the frequency that it will oscillate at naturally. And it doesn't take very much force to start it resonating, as long as that forces are being applied at this resonant frequency. It's just like a kid when they're swinging on a swing. They're pumping their legs and applying a very small amount of force, but they can get quite high. So we can simulate this with some code. It's really pretty simple, just some additions and multiplications. And when we've done that, we can produce a spectrogram like this. So each of the 88 strings on a piano I'm simulating with this code here on the right. And you can see the different pitches in my voice resonate with different pitches on the keyboard. And so each string resonates to a different pitch, just like the cochlea in our ear. And we can simulate this to see what a piano would hear. And that, my friends, is essentially it.